2024 is poised to be an insane season for the UK theme park industry. We've 6 new roller coasters to look forward to. Well, 5. Or is it 8? Well, whichever way you slice it, 2024 is probably the best coaster year we've had in a long time. Hi, and welcome back to another video. We're going to be talking about new roller coasters set to open in 2024 here in the UK. So let's dive into it. First up, it's a new Reverchon Wild Mouse opening at Curry's Fun Park, Portrush in Northern Ireland. I think this is set to be the standard model, so it should be the same as Crazy Mouse on the Southport at Blackpool. There's actually a few of these across the UK. There's another operating at Funland in Towyn, Wales, one at West Midlands Safari Park, and one more at Breen in Somerset. They're a fun family thrill coaster which is ideal for smaller children or those that aren't quite ready for the bigger rides yet. Careful though, these can get quite a spin going and leave you feeling a little dizzy. Next up, there's a new coaster coming to Southport Pleasureland to replace Roller Coaster, the Pinfari Zyklon looping coaster, very painful, which was removed in 2022. It was suggested when the development was announced back in 2021 that the attraction was set to represent a nearly £5 million investment for the park, and that it would reach a top speed of 55 miles an hour and have 4 inversions. We are of course talking about the Zamperla Thunderbolt coaster. However, since then, Norman Wallace, the director at the park, has allegedly been quoted to say this will not be a Zamperla built Thunderbolt as some rumours claim. There's been little else covered about this development across the internet since its announcement, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens here. Let me know in the comments if you've heard differently or know any more. It's over to Staffordshire-based Drayton Manor theme park next. There's been a raft of changes to the park since its new owners, the Looping Group, took over in 2020, with new attractions and rethemed areas, all targeting a new core demographic. It really does feel like the park is going from strength to strength right now. That said, it was sad to see the removal of the 54 metre tall Intamin drop tower, Apocalypse, at the end of the 2023 season. This classic drop tower ride had been thrilling guests since it opened in May 2000, but it had reached the end of its viable life cycle and the space was needed for the park's next attraction. Few details have been released about this ride, but we do know it's an Intamin lift and launch coaster that has been pitched as a family thrill ride. Once the track and supports have been delivered to site, a photo emerged back in 2023 on a ride support that labelled it as a spinning roller coaster, but this is yet to be confirmed by the park. This will be Drayton Manor's first roller coaster since 2011 when the Vekoma family boomerang coaster was installed. Back then it was known as Ben 10 but was later renamed to Accelerator. Anyway, back to the new coaster. Looking at Intamin's lift and launch coaster marketing video, this really does look like a great addition for the park. The coaster is said to feature 21 unique dynamic elements. We'll have to wait and see what these are. 9 different airtime moments, a potential rear-facing or backwards back seats, speeds of up to 57 km an hour, and of course, a launch section. We'll keep you posted as more details emerge about this latest addition to the park. Sticking at Drayton, we have Shockwave. So, whilst this isn't a new coaster, it will be a new experience in 2024. Shockwave was the UK's first stand-up roller coaster which opened back in 1994, the same year as Nemesis over at Alton Towers. The coaster no longer really fits with the direction of the park, so for 2024, Shockwave is transforming to a sit-down experience with a reduced height restriction from 1.4 metres to 1.2. It'll be interesting to see how this affects the ride experience. Stand-up coasters, whilst fairly unique, seem to be a bit of a fad, and Shockwave isn't the only stand-up coaster to have undergone a conversion to a sit-down alternative. While it is sad to see the UK's only stand-up coaster close, I'm excited to experience Shockwave 2.0 later this year. Now it's over to Legoland Windsor where we're seeing 2 new coasters. Well, 1, but yeah, 2. Minifigure Speedway is a pair of dueling Sierra Force shuttle coasters with a custom design which sends its passengers both forwards and backwards. Costing an impressive £10 million and due to open spring 2024, this coaster will pit team legends against all-stars as ride-goers race against each other to the finish line at up to 56 km an hour with multiple twists and turns. The ride is said to be the world's first dueling Lego coaster and will be located near Duplo Valley within the resort. We're now heading back over to Staffordshire and to Alton Towers for another attraction that will see a change in 2024. Nemesis, the UK's first inverted B&M coaster which opened in 1994, has excited millions of guests in its 28 years of operation. Nemesis closed at the end of the 2022 season ahead of a major overhaul project to replace a majority of the coaster track, along with the supports, upgrade the ride control system and get newly refurbished trains. The track has been repainted to a more menacing black colour with a red vein accent. The station has also seen a complete colour change and new theming elements have started to appear, including a helicopter located at the ride stall turn just before the vertical loop. The surrounding areas have also started to see some much needed TLC along with the extended queue lines being rerouted and reinstated. The ride will open for the 2024 season, which will mark the 30th anniversary of this legendary coaster. Before we take a look at the final new coaster coming in 2024, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you want to be the first to hear about our new videos when they land each week, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And our last stop is down at Thorpe Park. The hype surrounding what will be the UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster just seems to be gaining more and more traction. Hyperia, manufactured by Mack rides and costing a staggering £18 million, will take riders to a height of 236 feet and speeds at over 80 miles an hour and through 2 inversions. As the construction continues on this epic coaster, it can be seen changing the park's skyline forever. So there you have it. That's all the new coasters set to open here in the UK in 2024. Which are you looking forward to the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.